Chapter 21, Dewey's Final Step. All morning, Dewey pitched wood into the wagon, steered the horses around to the back of the house, and pitched the wood off the wagon onto the porch. Finally, there was plenty of space for his baby. Satisfied, Dewey tethered the horses to the railing and went inside for lunch. He clomped through the mudroom, and the radio announced, "Below freezing." He stomped into the kitchen, and the radio warned, "Icing." Dewey heated up the leftover morning coffee, some fried onions and bratwurst and bread, and thought, "Perfect." After lunch, Dewey climbed up into the loft above the woodshed, jockeyed equipment about, and hauled down a large metal tub. He put this into the wagon and used the garden hose to fill it to the top. Too full, really, for some of the water sloshed out as he turned the horses and wagon around and walked them down the angled driveway to the dip at the bottom. It was here that Dewey bailed out the tub, throwing bucket after bucket of water onto the dirt drive. With the ground already nearly frozen, the water had nowhere to go. It pooled and sat. In no time, it would be ice. 3 water loads later, everything was set. There was only one last thing. Dewey needed to move his car. Again, he tied the horses to the porch railing and headed for the garage. "Here comes Dewey!" cried Burdock, standing up. "Let's go," said Nanny, backing up, readying to jump her pen wall and open stalls. "No, wait, I mean, without the horses," said Burdock. "Wait, what?" said Figgy. "What's he doing now?" "I don't know," called Burdock. "The horses are still at the house." "Oh, my goodness," said Mrs. Brown. "I just hate the constant unknowing of all of this." "Okay, wait. He's going around the side," Burdock relayed now. "Oh, my goodness," said Mrs. Brown again. She gulped in some air. "He must be getting the car," said Burdock. His last preparation. Dewey fired up the engine and let it idle for a minute before he backed the car out of the garage and drove it slowly down the hill. His handling was deliberate, as if the vehicle were made of glass. He nosed his baby into the narrow space he'd cleared in the woodshed, with all the practiced precision of a tailor threading a needle. Half an hour later, Baby Blue was parked in place. The woodshed was swept clean, and the radio hung on the wall from 2 shiny hooks. And now, Dewey untied the horses from the porch rail and led them and the wagon back to the barn. In the fading light, the barn looked almost beautiful, a dark glowing red against the indigo evening sky. And Dewey had a momentary change of heart. This barn had been here for more than 100 years. "Ah, never mind," he said. "Out with the old." He lifted the oak bar, creaked open the doors, and an explosion of legs and hooves and a curly pink tail flashed riotously by.